Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and today I'm going to be talking about my 5 top tips for buying silver or gold through eBay. And when I started stacking silver, I avoided eBay. I thought it would be full of fakes, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, I thought I'd be scammed, and I thought, if I buy a couple of ounces of fake silver, lose my money on that, that's going to wipe out any potential return I get on real silver. So I avoided eBay and I went with established bullion dealers in Europe, and I got some really good deals from them, not regretting those at all. But since then, I've over the last 6-7 months, I've really kind of evolved my eBay habits, and I've picked up some fantastic deals through eBay. I mean, deals on here which have sometimes doubled my money, and it's really rewarding when you find the great deals and you actually get get something that's really pretty and beautiful and worth a lot of money for half its value. So here are my 5 top tips. Top tip number 1 is don't be afraid of eBay. eBay really is actually a very good place to buy silver and gold. It's full of people who using it as their exit strategy. People want to sell their gold and silver through eBay to other collectors so that they don't have to sell it for spot at a local coin shop or bullion dealer. So bear that in mind. There are real people out there selling real silver. Yeah, there are fakes out there, but I bought neodymium magnets. So this little magnet here is really your godsend. You have eBay buyer protection. So anytime you get a silver coin through, you should be testing your silver. You should be doing the magnet tests. You should be looking at weights, diameters, widths, everything, and doing specific gravity tests on coins, bars, and anything really, just to make sure they're legit and real. And if they're not, the eBay buyer protection is there. I've had a few fake coins come through. I've sent them back, and one guy was proving to be a little bit of a difficult seller, and he was refusing to make a refund, saying I'd switched out the coin, but I hadn't sent everything back. eBay protects me, and I got my money back, so absolutely no problem. So don't be afraid of eBay is my first big top tip. It's really easy to pick up stuff that's real, and if you pick up stuff that's fake, you're protected, so bear that in mind. But get one of these magnets, they're really cheap, only a couple of pounds. Top tip number 2 then is get some save searches set up. That's a real key thing. Have them coming through if you've got your mobile, have them coming through as alerts on there if there's any buy it nows and auctions. A lot of people say you're going to pick up the best deals at auction. In my experience, I've picked up the best deals through buy it now. I have picked up good deals on auctions as well, but if someone's in an emergency situation, they need to get rid of their stack quickly or sell some of their silver quickly, they might just put it on as a buy it now. And this bar here, this 10-ounce bar, is I think a prime example of that. I mean, I don't know anything about the guy's circumstances, but he put it up at the time. It was £15 an ounce, the spot price, and he put this up as £150. I happened to be at the computer at that moment. I had a very quick look. It was an established eBay seller. He had over 300 feedbacks, all 100% positive. So I snapped it up. I just bought it straight away. So you can get spot price silver. And he, with his eBay fees, he would have sold that for less than spot. But obviously he needed the money maybe quickly, so he set that up quickly. And you do get other things like that as well that come up. So people want to sell their silver quickly. They'll put a really competitive price on there, and they'll get it done straight away. So keep an eye on everything. Keep an eye on the auctions coming up. When the best time for auctions to end is tend to be when the prices will be best. So have a look and see what's coming up at 2-3 in the morning. This one here, this big 10-ounce Lunar Dragon, I've got a whole video on it, but this one was ending at 11:30 at night on a weekday, and no one was bidding on it. And so time of day is really important to have a look at when things are ending, so you can get really good deals as well. Top tip number 3 is make best offers and try and combine postage so you can get a real bargain on anything that you're buying. Have a look through all the best offer type auctions or buy it nows that there are out there. If there's been some auctions or buy it nows that have been on there for a couple of weeks and no one's bid on them, it might be worth making an offer. The guy might just be sitting there going, why is no one selling my silver? I need to sell this quickly. You just never know. There's no harm in making an offer. All the worst that can happen is he'll reject it or ignore it. So obviously making more offers in bulk. If you've got the budget to buy 5 coins instead of the 1, he's more likely to take an offer on all 5 coins. If you're trying to buy all 5, then just buy the 1. So make offers in bulk if you can. Treat it like a negotiation, like you were negotiating a business deal. Start low and meet in the middle. You're going to save more money that way. And I've had that, like an example would be these Britannias. It was a buy it now with a best offer. I put in a really, really cheeky best offer, and he said, sorry, I can't do that, but this is what I can do. And I then went even lower than what he said, and he accepted. So I got, really, he met me probably 75% of the way from my original offer. So it's definitely worth trying it. And remember, these people want to sell their coins. That's why they've put it on eBay, to sell them. They want the money, they need the money. So there they go. Top tip number 4 then is make sure you know your stuff. Make sure you've researched all of your silver coins that you're looking to buy. Like for example these proof high relief coins. Know that they hold more premium. Know that the slab coins hold more premium. Know that PCGS and NGC are better than ANCAS. Know what sells well in the rest of the market if you're looking to flip something or sell it in the future. Know what things are worth as well. You can go onto the PCGS population database and have a look at what there are. So this coloured dragon, there's only 40 in the top MS70 population, and I've seen various dealers trying to sell this coin for a couple of £100, and it was on for £59. So definitely, look at that. Say to yourself, well, that's an obvious choice to buy. Similarly with this big 10-ounce coin, it was on for £230, and there are bullion dealers looking to try and sell that for $500–600, even more in some occasions. So it's going to be worth more than it was. So research your coin. If you're not sure when you see something, just go and research it right there and then. That's what I did with this one. I had about an hour before the auction ended before I could make a bid, so I went and I researched everything, and I found out that it was worth the bid. So that was what I did. And then the last top tip number 5 then is just to be, research the seller. So whilst you've got the eBay buyer protection, that's all well and good. I think you can often avoid a lot of annoyance and admin in terms of chasing a funky seller that sold you some fake silver. Have a look at their profile. The biggest lesson is if it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. So if there's some silver out there and it's £6 an ounce, there's a reason why it's £6 an ounce. It's either going to be fake or the guy's just trying to scam you. So it's really worth researching your sellers. Look at their profile. If they've literally just set up and they've got 0 feedback, be wary of that. If they've got lots of negative feedback, or if they've got sometimes buyers will give negative feedback when not really necessary. So have a look. If there's a lot of feedback on there that's relating to silver and it's all positive, but there's a few on there that was relating to a phone that the guy sold and it was broken, is that really going to be relevant to the silver? So weigh up in your mind whether that's appropriate or not for you. But feedback percentage is obviously important. I tend to only buy from established sellers, so even if there's a really good deal and there's a guy with 0 feedback on there, I try and avoid that. It's just avoids a lot of admin for me chasing up from eBay if it's a fake coin in the future. So that's really, I think, all my top tips at the moment. I could go into even more detail on some of these coins, but all of these I got through eBay, so you can see that there's a huge variety of stuff that you can buy, and some great deals. I guess the only thing I haven't really talked about is combining postage. That's another thing, so I'll make it 6 top tips for buying silver. So make sure if you've got a bunch of auctions ending that you can combine some postage. So message the seller beforehand and ask, do you combine postage? And often they will. And like these 3 were a prime example. I got all these 3 together. Each one was being sold with £9 postage per item. So it gives you quite a distinct advantage over other buyers, who would be looking to buy these independently. So you're being able to bid higher compared with they are for the actual item, because you're paying less in postage. So you're paying less overall than somebody else would. So yeah. So anyway, that's all my top tips. So thank you very much for watching and listening again to me waffling on. I hope you've learned something, and if you've got any questions or comments, please do let me know. Put them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe for more.